Hello everyone, welcome to our GeoSpatial Techno channel. Last session we talked about how to publish vector data in GeoServer. In this session we will talk around raster data formats and how to publish them. It should be noted the main raster format used in GeoServer is the GeoTIFF format, which is explained in the introductory level. If you want to know more details about it, watch the rest of this video. Raster data is any pixelated or gridded data where each pixel is associated with a specific geographical location. The value of a pixel can be continuous, for example elevation, or categorical, for instance land use. The GeoSpatial raster is accompanied by a special information that connects the data to a particular location. This includes the raster's extent and cell size, the number of rows and columns, and its coordinate reference system or CRS. WorldImage. A Word file is a plain text file used to georeference raster map images. This file, often with an extension of JGW or TFW, accompanies an associated image file JPG or TIFF. Together, the Word file and the corresponding image file is known as a WorldImage in GeoServer. Adding a WorldImage data store. By default, WorldImage will be an option in the raster data sources list when creating a new data store. First of all, we need the raster dataset. As with vector data, an excellent source is the Natural Earth Data website. Open your browser and point it to www.naturalearthdata.com, Download tab, Large Scale Data. Then click on Raster. Here you can find a few raster datasets. Scroll down the page until you locate the dataset as in the screen. Click on Cross-Blended Hypsometric Tints. Then from the Cross-Blended Hypso with Relief, Water, Drains, and Ocean button, download the medium-sized dataset by clicking on the corresponding link and extract the zip archive. Configuring a WorldImage data store. From the Data section, navigate to the Stores, then click on Add New Store link. Click the WorldImage from Raster Data Store category. Select Project as Workspace. Insert WorldImage as data source name. Select Path of WorldImage in URL parameter. Finally, click Save button. Select Publish the layer. The coordinate reference systems should be automatically populated as well as the name, title, and bounding boxes fields. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click Save. In the Layer Preview section, click on the Open Layers link to preview the layer in an interactive viewer. ImageMosaic. The ImageMosaic data store allows the creation of a mosaic from a number of georeference rasters. The mosaic operation creates a mosaic from two or more source images. This operation could be used to assemble a set of overlapping geospatially rectified images into a contiguous image. It could also be used to create a montage of photographs such as a panorama. To adding and publishing an ImageMosaic file by GeoServer, click the Add New Store link from Data Source section. Then click the ImageMosaic option. On the Add Raster Data Source page, enter ImageMosaic in the data source name and description fields. In the URL field, browse the file system by click on Browse. Then click Save button. After saving, you will be taken to a page that lists the layer in the store and gives you the option to publish it. Click Publish. The CRS, name, title, and bounding boxes fields should be automatically populated. Also, the Coverage Operations section is filled with default parameters. Scroll to the bottom of the page and then click Save. In the Layer Preview section, click on the Open Layers link to preview the layer in an interactive viewer, filtering by project workspace. Adding a WMS cascade layer. WMS and WMTS cascading allows to expose layers coming from other servers as if they were local layers. This provides for some interesting advantages. It's now possible to ask for maps in formats not supported by the original server or to reproject the maps in projections not supported by the original server. It's now possible to mix the layers with local ones to generate print-oriented formats such as PDF. It's now possible to provide more information about the layer, such as a better description, more keywords, which will benefit all clients from your capabilities documents. GeoServer has the ability to proxy a remote web map service or WMS. Supported WMS versions are 1.1.1 and 1.3.0. This process is sometimes known as cascading WMS. Loading a remote WMS is useful for many reasons. If you don't manage or have access to the remote WMS, you can now manage its output as if it were local. Even if the remote WMS is not GeoServer, you can use GeoServer features to treat its output, watermarking, decoration, printing, and etc. To access a remote WMS, it's necessary to load it as a store in GeoServer. GeoServer must be able to access the capabilities document of the remote WMS for the store to be successfully loaded. So we will use another GeoServer to adding a WMS cascade layer. Select Add New Stores from Stores section. Select WMS Cascades, a remote web app service from the set of available other data sources. Specify a proper name as an instance WMS_str in the data source name field. Specify the URL of the WMS services in the Capabilities URL field. Enter username and password of the mentioned server. Click Save, then by clicking on the publishing link near the mosaic layer name. Notice that you can also add more layers later. Check the CRSS and bboxes fields are properly set and click on Save. At this point, the new WMS layer is being published with GeoServer. You can use the layer preview to inspect the data. Limitations. Layers saved through an external WMS have some, but not all of the functionality of a local WMS. Layers cannot be styled with SLD. Alternate local styles cannot be used. Extra request parameters, time, elevation, and etc. cannot be used. Image format cannot be specified. GeoServer will attempt to request PNG image, and if that fails, will use the remote server's default image format. Adding a WMTS cascade layer. WMTS cascading allows to expose layers coming from other WMTS servers as if they were local layers. This provides some interesting advantages that mentioned in the WMS cascading section. To access a remote WMTS, it's necessary to load it as a store in GeoServer. So GeoServer must be able to access the capabilities document of the remote WMTS for the store to be successfully loaded. This process is sometimes known as cascading WMTS. The configuration as usage of the cascaded layers follows GeoServer's traditional ease of use. Select data source, then select WMTS Cascades, a remote web app type service from the set of available other data sources. Specify a proper name, as an example, WMTS_str in the data source name. Specify the URL of the sample data in the capabilities URL field. Enter username and password of the mentioned server. Click Save. When properly loaded, all projects layers served by the external WMTS will be available to GeoServer. Before they can be served, however, they will need to be individually configured as new layers. See the section on layers for how to add and edit new layers. Once published, these layers will show up in the layer preview and as part of the WMTS capabilities document. Publish the layer by clicking on the Publish link near the then layer name. Notice that you can also add more layers later. Check the CRSs and the bboxes fields are properly set and click on Save. At this point, the new WMTS layer is being published with GeoServer. You can use the layer preview to inspect the data. Limitations. Layers saved through an external WMTS have some, but not all of the functionality of a local layer. Layers cannot be styled with SLD. Image format cannot be specified. In other words, GeoServer will use the remote server's default image format. Get feature info and get legend graphic requests are not supported. In this session, we talked about raster data formats such as WorldImage, ImageMosaic, and WMS and WMTS cascaded layers, and also how to publish them. It's our pleasure that you subscribe to our channel and watch the videos. Also, if you would like to know more information around the publishing vector data formats in GeoServer, we recommend you to watch the suggested video. Have a great time!